The village was small, the kind of place where days passed quietly, and people measured life by seasons rather than years. In one of the modest houses near the edge of that village lived a young man with his father. From the outside, nothing about them seemed unusual, but inside that house lived two very different understandings of time. The father woke up before sunrise every day. Even when his body felt tired, even when the work was hard, he never complained. He believed that life rewarded consistency, not speed. His hands were rough from years of labor, and his face carried the calm of someone who had accepted reality without bitterness. The son, however, lived as if time were endless. He woke up late, spent hours lying on his bed scrolling through his phone, and avoided responsibility whenever he could. He told himself he was thinking about his future, but deep down, he knew he was simply avoiding effort. Days passed, then weeks, then months, all blending together without meaning. Whenever his father tried to talk to him, the son became defensive. "You don't understand this generation," he would say. "Things are different now. I'll do something when the right opportunity comes." The father listened quietly. He had learned that advice only mattered when the listener was ready. Sometimes the son would walk through the village and watch other people working, farmers tending fields, shopkeepers opening their stores, laborers returning home tired but fulfilled. He told himself he was different. He believed something bigger was waiting for him, something that didn't require slow effort or discipline. One afternoon, the father asked the son to help him with some work. The son sighed loudly and replied, "What's the point? This won't change anything." The father paused and looked at him. "Time changes everything," he said softly, "but only if you walk with it." The son shrugged and walked away. Days continued like this until one morning when the father didn't wake up on time. At first, the son didn't notice. He slept late as usual. When he finally came into the kitchen, the house was silent. No sound of movement. No breakfast waiting. He found his father sitting quietly on a chair, breathing heavily, his face pale. That was the first time fear touched the son's heart. The doctor came later that day and spoke carefully. The father needed rest. For the first time, he noticed how old his father looked, how thin his hands had become, how slowly he moved. Time had been passing all along, just not for the son. Now suddenly, it felt fast. The son began helping around the house. At first, it felt uncomfortable. His body wasn't used to effort. His mind resisted routine. But something strange happened. When he worked, the days felt different. They had shape, meaning. Still, doubt followed him everywhere. Is it too late? He wondered. Have I already wasted too much time? One evening, the father spoke again. "You think time waits for motivation," he said. "But motivation comes after discipline, not before." Those words struck deeply. The son began waking up earlier. Not perfectly. Not consistently at first. Some days he failed. Some days he wanted to quit. But he kept going. He took small jobs. He learned skills slowly. He stopped waiting for inspiration and started showing up even when he felt empty. The village didn't change. Life didn't suddenly become easy. But the son did. He began noticing how time behaved differently now. Hours spent working felt shorter. Days filled with purpose moved faster but felt fuller. Time was no longer something he wasted, it was something he used. Months passed. One evening, while sitting outside, the son realized something painful and beautiful at the same time. Nothing dramatic had changed, yet everything had. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. But he wasn't lost anymore. The father watched him quietly. He never said, "I told you so." He didn't need to. Years later, the son would remember those days as the turning point of his life. Not because something magical happened, but because he finally understood a simple truth: time doesn't punish you immediately for wasting it. It waits. And when you finally notice what you've lost, it's already gone. But time also rewards those who respect it, even if they start late. The son never became extraordinary in the eyes of the world, but he became reliable, disciplined, present. And in the quiet village where nothing seemed to change, a young man learned the most important lesson of all. Life doesn't begin when you feel ready. It begins when you stop wasting time waiting.